would reward other guys with a badge if they had like a certain number. And I remember in my college years, I remember guys asking me and asking other guys how many met partners you have or what's your body count, and then like if they suspect somebody lying, they're like, okay, take that number and either divide by 2 or multiply by 2. Has anyone seen the American Pie movie? Because they explained that part.
It's been a long time. I don't remember. But
I know that movie came out in late. Yeah, that movie came out in late 1999, and during that time there will be like some people that will lie about their body count, which is silly. But now for the ones that chatted earlier, like Mike, I agree with his points 100%, and what he has shared is similar to what I've shared. Yeah, is Mike still on here?
No,
I guess he's not.
He dropped down. He's gone.
Okay, yeah, he shared some very good points.
Thank you. Next we had Diamond.
Hey, how you guys doing? So, does body count is it still a thing? I say no, and I really, in my situation, both my kids are now adults. I have a 23-year-old and a 18-year-old, and their fathers have 20 kids apiece now. When we were together, when we dealt with each other, they didn't have no kids. Like my son father has 19 more kids, and we're 1 year apart. I'm finna be 40. He's 40. Finna be 41, and he has 20 kids. My daughter father, when we got together, he only had like 3 kids, and then he ended up having, after her, 16 more kids. And both of them had a set of twins. So what I'm saying is body count, when it comes down to women or men, they're going to do whatever they want to do. I mean, that's being an adult, but you got to be responsible for taking care of your kids. Like a lot of these dudes just are not taking care of their kids at all. They're just having a lot of baby mamas and kids, and they're shacking up with females, and these females are allowing them to stay in their house knowing they got all these kids they ain't taking care of. So, be honest, once you lay down the rules on how many bodies you can have or whatever, at what point are you being immature? Just be more responsible with yourself and who you're dating, but don't be trying to shack up with dudes. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't living with nobody my kids, fathers I wasn't living with. So I don't support shacking. So
yeah. Oh, and I want to add more to that.
Carly, hold on. The host, I'm going to say this because this stuff is being said on my panel, right? So I just want to piggyback on what she said. Like, that's the problem. I will state this with society in creating these double standards, because usually when we had these conversations, and I had people, especially men, and I say that because usually they're saying that body count matters and it's a double standard, that it doesn't matter for the men, but it does a woman. And for me, that's a problem, right? Because society will teach women a lot of different things than they teach boys. They teach women, little girls, right, at a very young age. They give them baby dolls, kitchen sets. They're already teaching them how to be a wife, a mother, right? To protect themselves. Their body is sacred, all these things. But my problem is society doesn't put those things on men. They don't give them kitchen sets, and they don't teach them how to be parents. And yet they give them a badge of honor to go out here and lay down with many different people. It's like, it's okay. A lot of times society says it's okay for them, but it's not okay for women. And for me, that is a problem, especially if we're going to judge women for doing that, but we don't judge the men. So when you have examples like what she's giving, she has 2 children and both her kids' fathers made 20 babies, right, each, that if they're not rich, they probably literally cannot properly take care of them. We know with 20 kids, you properly can't even emotionally give them the thing. They can be in 20 different places at one time. And that's just me making an assumption that they're all over the place, because they could be some of them in the same household, but either way, that's rough. That's hard. And I think that society, I feel like, has failed in a sense of having those double standards and teaching girls, young girls, giving them baby dolls and kitchen sets and teaching them, how to maintain their body, but not teaching young boys the same thing. Because I personally think men don't value themselves, right? I think men, little boys, we don't teach our sons to value themselves. Some people do, but the majority really don't. It's almost like it's okay for them to go and be.
Can I chime into what you just said?
When I finish, you can, right? But for me, that's not okay. And like I said, I do hear some people say they teach their sons the opposite, and I'm happy, right? Because that's less STDs, that's more boys protecting themselves, more men protecting themselves and guarding themselves, like we teach our young girls, right? And that's how it should be. I'm like, you're gonna teach you're gonna teach the standards to the one. Every boy should be taught just like a young girl. If you're gonna teach a young girl, give her baby dolls, put a diaper on and all that, teach the son that, because he's gonna be a father one day, right? He needs to learn how to cook. That is how I feel. Don't put all this on little girls and prep her to be this person, but you don't prep this son to do the same thing, and they out here wilding out all over the place, making babies, this and that, because no one gave them guidelines or gave them standards. Yeah, you might tell them to go work and this and that. Half of them don't even do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like the double standards have to stop, right? We have to teach values on both sides. Both smexes need to value themselves, protect themselves. They both need to know how to cohabitate in a family, right? I feel like we all should learn life skills. All people should know how to cook, clean, all of that, right? I'm not saying that one person won't have more of those duties one day, but if I were in a family and a marriage, I want to know that if I goddamn get sick or some shit, that my husband could change a diaper, that my husband could cook a meal, and I ain't got to worry about that my family's starving. And so that goes to those doubles for me. Those double standards. I think that they should have the capability and the know-how. Just like if my husband was the breadwinner, but his ass gets sick and can't goddamn work, I need to know how to be able to get up and do something, right, to protect my family, to be there for my family. And that's all I'm saying is all of these, because like I said, I do think, I do believe in, the man being the head of the household, yada, yada, yada. But all I'm just saying is that I don't think that we should shield young men in a sense that we don't teach them certain things and teach them to protect themselves and to value themselves. I think everybody should value themselves and think that they're important enough to not be sharing themselves with the world.
So before we go on, you had stopped Soul from coming in order to introduce the last two. So I'm asking you, how did you want to play this? Because
you can let Soul.
I've heard a number of instructions, and I'm wanting.
Sorry, you know how I am, but go ahead.
I do. That's why, and I've said I gotta let you roll because this is yours. Soul, if you could please come off, and then I know Diamond wanted to say something as well, and we are an open panel.
What I wanted to say was before Mike Check got taken off, I'm glad the host checked him because he was like, well, nobody on here would marry the girl or be with the girl who, had 5 Smex partners in one night. And she took him off because she's right. That's an opinion. I myself have been with a Smex worker. I'm not proud of it or anything. I'm 46 years old. When I was younger, in my early 20s and my late teens, I was involved with Smex work. And my girlfriend was a Smex worker. I grew up in a house with them. My mom was, my aunts were, because they were addicted to drugs. So I didn't have the same morals and principles that I have today. And growing up in that environment, it was weird for me because, with mommy issues and seeing what I saw, I would seek out the promiscuous women. And I felt like it was a badge of honor to find somebody who everybody in the neighborhood had and made her fall in love with me and tame her. And, it was the P mentality. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of went after girls who had a bad history and a bad record. And I felt like if I could control her, because that's what it was, if I can control her or make her love me or make her submissive to me, then I can do it with any woman. So he's wrong. There are women who like those type of women. And what I wanted to say as well, like the sister V Ray was saying about, the health part of it. Well, I don't want to get all spiritual or nothing like that. But when you're looking for STDs, your partner may have a clean bill of health, but they still might bring you a mental STD or a spiritual STD. They may have a clean bill of health when you get with them. So that doesn't, verify nothing either. The amount, or if the person is clean at that time, because the person could be clean with you and still be a cheater, right? Y'all go down to the clinic together. There's nothing wrong with him, but he's a habitual cheater and you didn't see it until y'all got together. And then he brings you home something later down the road. So it's a people thing. It's a spirit thing. You know what I'm saying? A person could have been promiscuous in their younger age and then change and find some kind of spiritual awakening or something that a profound happens in their lives and they change and they become a good woman or a good man, regardless of what happened to them in their younger years. So it's not a number thing. It's not a whether you have an STD or not. It's a spiritual thing. It's a people thing, and it's a person thing. And we have to love ourselves and be okay with ourselves and have our strong, security in ourselves before we go out and find somebody else. Because you can find somebody who had 100 people and you two can mesh together, fall in love and be faithful and be happy and be honest, no matter how many you had or she had or y'all had together. Y'all may have that change together. And I'll land my plane with that one.
All right, thank you so
much. Right. So I'm going to say this. A lot of people just want to have this image of innocence. Like they're, it's like, it's not okay just to be an adult and do what you want to do. Right. But this is the issue with men that have multiple baby mamas, like my kids' fathers do. They don't even like women like that. And I'm not just talking about my kids' fathers. I'm talking about a large amount of males that are single today, quote unquote single, that have multiple baby mamas or multiple women. They really don't like us like that. A lot of them are on the DL. And this is not, I'm not talking about the people on this panel, so please, I'm talking about certain people, right? Where they put this persona like they like women and they always surround themselves with women and they're violent towards women. They're emotionally destroying towards women. Them are the ones that have the multiple baby mamas and the ones that mentally screw these women up to the point where they feel a certain type of way. And I know for a fact, even though he's never mentioned it to me, but my son father, I believe, is on the DL. But it just by listening, I had to finally open my eyes and listen to people. You know how when you're close, right? But as I started to tell me certain things that men like that would do, it was the same experiences I went through. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to say all men are like that, but when a man is constantly having multiple baby mamas or multiple, and he's abusive to every single female he's with, or he always want to shack up with females, 9 times out of 10 he's DL. And I want those men to stop being DL. Like that right there is another reason have trust. For them.
Diamond, you're breaking up.
Or trisexual, and then sorry.
You were breaking up. Your phone started breaking up on us.
Is this open panel? Can I just make a comment to what?
Can I join in? Because I haven't said anything in a while.
Okay.
If you don't mind.
Okay, go ahead, Peach.
So sometimes I think when we're having these general discussions, we make it too personal, and it shouldn't be that personal at all. But what's important, and I didn't necessarily disagree with Saul, and I didn't disagree with Mike, because context does matter. And, you know, everything is circumstantial. Everything, there's no two situations are the same, and you do have to get to know each other. And I do think certain behavior patterns may be important more so than the number. But what I'm saying, there are a lot of women out here, and I would love to know, like, why do men ask certain women that, but then certain women have never been asked that? Because for me, this is a weird topic, because I've never had a man ask me that, and V Ray has never had a man ask her that. So understandably, this is a weird conversation that I'm always encountering. Like, damn, do men really ask women that? Because I don't think men do, but apparently they do. So here's what I want to know from men. What makes y'all ask some women that, and then some women never get asked that question?
Or if they even ask it at all, because I've never been posed this question either. So
I don't think they ask that question. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but I think it's just, just hearing everything. I think it's more the baggage someone carries as opposed to the body count. Baggage, or, when I think like context, of how you meet that person or what you're trying to get involved with, or like what you're trying to build with them. And I think that the body count question is weird. If someone were to ask me that, I would tell them a number, but like, who's to say I'm being honest, and I think it goes both ways, men and women. Like the host earlier said, when the guy that was married, he was like 60 or something, and he was their second partner, and she said, well, that's what she told you. And I didn't take it in the way like, well, she's lying to you, but how do we know that that's facts,
Can I say something? Because I haven't said anything in a while either. I just want to say that, emphasize on this a little bit, carry on what Diamond said. I also want to say that people don't really communicate well with each other. I feel that if people talk and actually get to know each other before rushing into smacks, then that would solve a lot of issues. And then you would, I think body count would be irrelevant if you actually get to talk to someone before rushing into it. And I think that what goes on a lot. And with the spiritual and just hooking up with people, just generally talk to someone for a little bit before you rush into, having, encounters. And I think that will solve a lot of that body count issues, because people don't talk.
And can I just add that body count, it's just it's weird to me, because the gentleman, is it OI? Just say, how do we know that the number they give us is real? Like, if it's, if they're being transparent and honest, like, and then secondly, I think it's like and I've never been asked, I've never experienced it. I've never even had my friends in real life that like we've never had this experience. So I don't know if it's a thing about this talking point on social media because it's popular, or it could be possibly that the men are asking asking roundabout questions, but they're trying to get to the number. Like, when was your last relationship? How long were you in a relationship?
Right.
How many people, like, in other words, like they're asking roundabout questions to like kind of try to get a number, but not like
right.
literally asking the question outright. I don't know if it's,
right.
I don't know if it's that, or it could be, which I strongly believe, this is just an opinion of mine. I strongly believe it's a talking point to use to kind of like have leverage, with the whole men talking about the body count of a woman, because half the time, and I'm not saying all men, but statistics shows that like the higher percentage of men are not even keeping up with their like health, getting their bodies checked out and preventative screenings and different things. Like they don't even really know they don't even know half the time their health status until someone that they've been, intimate with find out something, and then they find out something through the person they're dealing with. But so I just don't, I feel like it's disingenuous, because I can see and I can take it at face value if a large percentage of them were adamant about preventative screenings and staying on top of their, health status, and just not even about anything related to SNCs, but just being on top of their health. I can take it at face value then, but a lot of them don't even go to the doctor. Right. So why are you trying to demean somebody else and try to put a number on them and say
a value on you? Yeah, that's right. What I was saying. Like, why are you trying to put a value on me and I put a value on you?
Try to run down that point to like trying to demean someone. That's what I'm feeling.
And you know what? And then if you ask them, and I said this earlier, if you ask them, hey, let's go get checked or whatever, they won't do it.
Yvette?
Yes.
Slow
down. Buy and stuff.
Yvette?
Yes.
Slow down, please. Slow down, please. Slow down, please. Yes, ma'am. Slow down, please. To everybody's point, I just wanted to quickly add that a lot of it has to do with it's bullshit. The question is bullshit. People's responses is bullshit. Not necessarily their bullshit, but what is it solving? It is not a solution to anything. It's a matter of a talking point and probably gathering information if you really are interested in somebody. But it's not even real information that you're gathering on somebody. I forgot which one, but it is to judge. That's solely what this is all about. Mm-hmm. It is good social media activities, but that's about it. It's not curing cancer. It's not curing anything. If we are going to get deeper into it realistically, it is more so to have our neighbors, our communities, the people that we care about, be more focused on their personal health.
Right. But can I ask you a question, though, since you said that? Well, I feel like a lot of people forget that there are people out here born intersex, right? So imagine the same situation of a man asking a woman, how many bodies have you had? Imagine going on a date with a woman thinking she's a woman and she might have both parts, and you won't even know. You done dated this woman for probably 6-7 months, And then you finally see that person undress and find out they got both parts. Are you going to judge her, or are you him?
Yeah, can we not?
I'm just saying.
Yeah,
It's like the same type of situation.
I mean, you're
I
saying,
feel like-
but that's that person's decision. The question is kind of it kind of doesn't make sense because that's that person's those two people's decision, and now you're asking other people to make that person's decision. That's like me making a decision for you.
Right.
And that's a totally different conversation. And I don't want to be disrespectful, but I feel like you keep wanting to go in that direction.
Don't finish.
Let's just, that's a whole, it's a whole different conversation.
It's a different conversation, and
it's just different.
It's one fraught with biases, and it's one fraught with very dangerous language.
Well, I wanted to answer Peach's question about men asking and do we ask. I have asked in the past, and usually it's the reversal. Like I said, I've been around a lot of promiscuous women. At one time, that's all I really wanted. And you didn't ask those women. You know what I'm saying? It's like, all right, I knew she slept with my homeboy. I knew she slept with my cousin. I knew she got around. So I'm not going to ask her how many. I don't want to hear her say 200, 300. I'm already thinking it's a lot, right? So the times where I kind of, like V. Ray was saying, the times when I had asked, it's usually the I don't want to say good women, as there's such thing as a good and a bad woman, but the less promiscuous women, when you get with them and then you figure out, well, she got 2 baby fathers, right? And she's been in a long-term relationship, and then she told you about a high school sweetheart. So in your head, you're like, okay, that's 5 men right there. And then you start doing the math, like V. Ray said, you'd be like, okay, well, I'm meeting her now. She lost her virginity at 18, 19. Okay, she's this age now. And then you kind of figure it out, like, okay, it don't sound like it was much room. So you don't ask, but as a woman tells you about themselves, if y'all have open communication and good communication, not saying you could pretty much figure it out, but you could kind of gauge and be like, okay, she ain't had 20 men, she ain't had 30 men. And you don't ask, but you kind of let them talk and get it out of them. So
Leo, just to be clear, and I'm not laughing, I promise you. So basically, men don't ask me because they already know I'm the real folks, so they don't even bother.
Right, you could tell. Like if you've been in a long relationship.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, y'all. I'm kidding.
I think the reason why
I'm kidding, y'all. I'm kidding.
Let me just say this. I just want to say this. I'm going to let you finish. But I think that thought process is dangerous because I don't think you can ever, I don't care what the conversation is, right? I understand you can see patterns, behaviors, and maybe there's some similarities with people who are about that life. But I do think that people are very good at hiding who they are. And I think having that thought process and making assumptions based off questioning and this and that, I think it can be dangerous. And that's why I think that getting away from the question itself is probably better than making assumptions, because I hate for you to make the assumption and you think that this person is one way, right? And later on, you find their past was completely different, right? I think it could be a huge disappointment in the future. And I think that's why just looking at how a person carries himself in current time and who they are at that time is important, and not with all these discovery questions. I think a bill of health and, trying to see that you guys, at least on paper, are safe and go from there. But I think sometimes, and you know what? I hate to say this because I'm really talking to a lot of men, because I've heard so many times of men going based off of conversations, things that women say, the way they act, what they're doing. And I'm just like, damn, I'm just like, if somebody wanted to be deceitful, they really could. based off of your thinking.
You saying me personally, or you just saying in general?
Anybody?
He was just speaking generally. She said anybody.
Yeah, because I don't think I personally, if you're only going based off the things like that and thinking I can figure out how many people you've been with based off of baby daddy here, you got a baby daddy here, or you got a high school sweetheart. You know what I'm saying? Like I think you can. It's dangerous territory, is what I'm saying. You could be completely assuming the wrong thing. She could have two baby daddies or whatever. She could have been cheating on them both, right? You don't know that, and maybe there's no rumors. Maybe she was a good cheater. I don't know.
Don't think by any means that I'm going basically off of what I think or what she's saying. It's from an observation, and I'm not.
It was generalized. Sir.
No.
My point is that we shouldn't be. I guess if that person in present day is not displaying behavior, I guess that would cause warrant any concern, then I think all these discovery questions, and I'm not saying you shouldn't care at all about who people are, where they came from. That's not what I'm saying. But I just think sometimes by that logic, men judge wrong. They make the wrong assumptions sometimes because I've heard men say many different things. Hell, I heard men tell me that that they just based off my conversation, they made an assumption that I was a whore. I've been practicing abstinence over 10 years. Okay. And that ain't none of anybody's business, but I'm just saying. I'm just saying, based off the stuff that I said, they made that assumption. And they could be further away from the truth. And I think sometimes that, people, have this logic that doesn't make any sense. I don't know. That's just my personal opinion. I think that
that drives home the point, though. That drives home the point of just asking a surface level question of how many people you've been with, and then just trying to bank everything on the number that they tell you. You don't believe nothing nobody's tell you. Like you, like in these times, like that's not a solidifying question that should be a determining factor of anything. You shouldn't. That's all I'm trying to say. Don't believe, see what you see in black and white.
Right, but why does it even matter if a person had a lot of partners or no partners at all? It depends on y'all chemistry, right? Like what the gentleman underneath me said, it's chemistry. I could care less how many people you had before I was dealing with you. Like, why should that even matter? But the problem is a lot of women are failing to realize a lot of these men are polygamous. They don't want just one woman either. So women are looking for monogamy.
Wait, hold on. It does matter to know that person's pattern, though.
V-Ray, how far are you willing to take your previous statement?
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't know.
How far are you willing to take your previous statement?
What do you mean? I'm sorry. Can you elaborate?
What was your previous statement? Don't trust anybody.
Right.
How far are you willing to take that statement?
Oh, about
because I'm just about to fuck everybody.
It has to be backed up. It has to be backed up by evidence of some sort. I'm not going to take anybody's word at face value.
So
I'm going somewhere that people are afraid to go. I'm not. But I think that it pushes the conversation because right now we're just focused on the relationships that we are personally dealing with or that we have dealt with. I take that further to why are our parents the way that they are? If you have a holier than thou parent, they haven't always been that way. If you are a particular way, where do you think that you got that from? See, some people, to your point, there are things that everybody likes to hide from people, including parent to offspring. And when you try to ask them about their past, it ain't the fantasy that they're presenting to you. They just like to have it as such because there aren't a lot of people, again, that tell their children, even their grown children, what has actually went on. That mama and papa were rolling on each other in the back of the barn or wherever it was.
Well, wait a minute. Who said it was just mama and daddy? Mama and daddy
where
and a
you're
friend.
going. That's why I say don't trust nobody, because maybe a person can make a picture be very beautiful. And they can paint that picture very beautiful to you. Don't take it at face value.
That's the point that I'm saying. If they're going to do that to you, what the hell is it that somebody else that don't know you is trying to maybe know you for whatever their interests are is going to say to you?
I don't think that we talk enough about the 70s and how a lot of people were in the swing culture.
Oh Lord.
You know,
it ain't oh Lord. Shit, that's where a lot of us come from.
Yeah. And look, I don't want to derail the conversation. Good evening, everybody. Yeah, so I think we kind of touched on a little bit earlier, but let me let you in on a little secret. As many times as we've had this prompt and as many answers we've heard, what it all boiled down to is this question is deeply rooted in ego.
Yep. Oh, yes.
That's it. That's if somebody wants to know, and I'll say from a man to a woman, if a man approaches a woman and y'all having a conversation, and this dude brings up, how many people you done slept with?
I don't think he was immature.
It's absolutely, and there is no right way to even ask that question, much less like if you're still dealing with him after he asks that question, that's on you.
Honestly, I think that's a turnoff, though. To be honest with you, for me, that's a turnoff. If a man even asks me that type of question, like you're not an adult. As an adult, I can't sit here and ask you how many people you've been with. Like, who am I supposed to chastise you with? Am I going to punish you because you done did whatever? Am I going to not talk to you because you have a past? No, I'm going to look and evaluate what you can bring to my world and what I can bring to your world. So I just think that the immaturity of people even asking that question is the reason why we are in the problems that we have today, because people assume people have to be innocent in order to be in a healthy relationship, and that's a damn lie.
Kai, what are you doing?
Hold on, I'm eating ice, but anyway, I don't be crunching people's ear. But let me state this. This kind of goes to one of the prompts that we had about pedophile. I don't want to go too much into that, but
you brought it up.
I know.
I'm sorry.
No, I do believe that a lot of times this question is posed or thought about, even if they don't ask and they're trying to figure it out, because, I mean, it's based into pedophile men. And this is what I'm saying. Don't get mad at me. When they think of a woman, sometimes they want her small, tight, as if she had a V card or not far off of a V card, right? And to me, it's sometimes based in pedophile. And a lot of times, to me, you see guys get to a certain age and they're falling back dating younger women. Why? Because they want innocence. They want, as we have talked about this before, less hair, innocence, less experience, right? They want someone that they feel like have been a touch, and I feel like it's based off in some of these things in pedophile. And
I thought you were talking about little people.
You know what, Sonny,
Well, look at what the world is today. Look
But
at
that's
what
what I was thinking about, putting them in my pocket.
Like,
Look, I don't be knowing what
come
I don't be
on.
knowing what she's be talking about sometimes.
Hey, look at what we dealing with. When you talking about that, look at what we dealing with the current president. Like, it's the same stuff, just different year, different individual, male misogyny.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what it goes back to.
Hashtag John Benet Ramsey.
Oh, yeah, that's sad. But
I mean, I think it's actually a very complex conversation. And that's why when I first came on the panel, I mentioned how shallow that conversation is.
mm-hmm.
And it exposes what is in your brain. Because when I meet somebody, I want to know how we vibe. Do you have a sense of humor? Are you responsible? Can we work well together? You know, those type of things. Do we mesh?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not thinking about, damn, I wonder how many women he done been with. How many, you know what I'm saying? And it's never come up.
Yeah.
And so I feel like when you're worried about that surface level shit, it's either like Ten Bandz said, it's either you have ego issues and or it's always rooted in patriarchy and misogyny. So that question, so it's always that and ego. And then also, like you said, Kai, do you want a young girl or what? Like, but don't meet me as a 36-year-old thinking that I had. And if a man were to ask me how many men I've been with, I would say 3. He would know it's some bullshit. But the question was some bullshit.
I think that, I mean, I really think that a lot of things are based off of those standards. I really do. I think, because I think my prompt had initially said another time, are beauty standards based off of pedophile, right? Meaning shaven, hairless, you know what I'm saying? Low body count, you know, youthful, no wrinkles, this and that. You got men that are up in age saying that that's what they want. So it brings up those questions of why is that, right? Because in your age group, chances are not every woman is checking every one of those boxes, right?
And I don't want to be crude or anything like that. But I remember when I was younger, I used to be obsessed with shaving, getting a Brazilian wax and stuff like that. But when I got older and I started dating older men, one thing that they liked was to have hair down there, which was weird for me. I'm like, why you don't want me to shave? And they're like, don't, because I do laser hair treatment. Well, I did. And they're like, well, why are you doing all that? Because it was weird for me for those older men to like that. And I was like, oh, you know what I'm saying? So I get what you're saying, Kai, because sometimes it's like they want the bald, the youthful, but them older men, they like that real. And it was weird to me.
Well, I don't
but
know.
Now I understand.
Two different things. So that's what I'm saying. When you hear guys that kind of have those standards and they're up in age, it makes me think pedophile.
See, we had somebody that up here earlier that could have been answering all these questions, but Kai ran them away.
Who?
You know, that pension pimp, old ninja, whose wife is 41 and he 80 something or 60 something, 62.
Yeah, he was 62 years old. Yeah.
Yeah, he a pension pimp.
He was the one saying that he went out. He was a what do you call it? An international.
He was a pension pimp.
No,
he got out of the military.
They got another name. Hold on, Jakey. You know they got another name. What's with the passport bros? He was one of those.
Mm-hmm.
But unlike them, he was retired from the military and he used his pension from there in order to fund his proclivities, which makes him the pension pimp.
Oh, the pension pimp. Okay. I'm not mad at it. But
Listen to this one.
it's just, to me, and this is why I think we're on an upward trajectory getting into the family unit and meaningful relationships. And I think when we get out of this ego-based relationships, especially as it pertains to men, and instead of trying to establish dominance and stuff, and better working towards partnership and companionship and actually dating people you like because you like them and they like you, instead of I'm a man and you only been with two people, that would help us build better units, and that would help our children. You feel what I'm saying? And so when we have these little conversations like this, I think it's meaningful. But I would hate for people to continue asking women, well, how many men you been with? To me, that shit's weird. It's very shallow, and we need deeper levels of connection.
Yeah, I agree. There's somebody.
Like, at what point in the relationship is that even a question? Like, what are we talking about here?
That's what I don't know, because I've never had.
Is it right before? Is it
on the first date? Is it on the first date?
Talking over dinner?
Do you think it even makes it to a date, guys? Do you think that people ask these questions over the phone?
I mean,
could it be?
Can you?
I don't know.
I really don't think it exists in real life. I think it's just a talking point on social media.
How many men you been with? I'd be like, 3.
Well, look. It kind of like
it's relevant.
It's just says if it's important to you, then it's important to me. If you want to make up some bullshit, I'll make up some bullshit with you. And we can we can do this together. That way we can do our first group effort of bullshit.
And the only reason why I can't say 0 is because I have a child, and they'll be like, well, you're a whole teenager. So I gotta say at least 3.
It's immaculate.
Like, wait.
Using y'all logic.
It's a whole
past don't matter. Using y'all logic, past don't matter.
The past don't matter. Okay.
It never really actually did, right? Because if we were who we were, if we were in the past, we would still be that person. But obviously,
so it doesn't matter,
huh?
So you're saying it doesn't matter? Past.
It never did.
It never did.
It matters in certain contexts.
Everything, we can't just place certain things in a box and talk in terms of absolute. There's a lot of variables that come into play. Like,
back to our point earlier,
case by case. Everything is a case by case.
Yeah. So using the past that matters. Your body count is relevant. Your body count, your past lovers is relevant. What if speaking to the ladies, right? What if the guy that you was involved with was with men prior to you? Would that matter?
Yes, it would matter to me. Because if you're into men, then you can't possibly be into me.
Exactly.
Well, I guess the question should actually be how many men have you slept with?
Hold on, Ten.
No, but the men, your ex partners matters. So
let me just
partners. Oh, my fault. I'm letting you.
I just want to finish. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, he got 35 seconds. I'm sorry, bro. Go ahead.
No, I didn't even know I had 30 seconds. But okay, so as I was stating,
you didn't want to introduce yourself, so there it is.
Being that your past does matter. Using that analogy with your past lovers. We have to take account that women promiscuous past, it affects relationships. That matters. It affects who you in love with. It affects your child. That matters. Man, this time is just crazy. Go on. Oh, so
finish your point, bro.
I thought it kicked me. I didn't know. I thought it kicked me. But okay, so as I was stating, so the reason why the past matters is because it affects the child. It affects your partner. It is also stated. They did a study on this that says that if your significant other, and this for both genders, your significant other, if they have an excessive amount of companions, it's more than likely your relationship will fail due to the lack of smex or the sexual desire. this matters. This shows. This matters. And that's all I was saying. This matters.
Thank you, Moses. We got 2 other new panelists. Let's start with Pressure.
Hey, what's up? How y'all doing?
All right.
I only came up just because y'all were talking about whoever like asked us. Is this something you asked on the phone? Or you asked on a first date? And to be honest, nobody really asked that in real life like that. It's a very disingenuous question. And the thing is that we can just tell. We don't have to ask. That's the main reason why we don't, because we can just tell. We don't have to know the exact number. You could just see if it's high or low. You can tell. Just like women can tell that a man is inexperienced, even though he acts like he's been with a bunch of girls, but you can tell he's kind of like a virgin. It's the same exact thing. We can tell by your mannerism and things like that, so we don't have to ask. And I agree with what Moses says. The past does matter. Why do humans study history? Because if you don't, you're doomed to repeat other people's mistakes. So
how can you tell?
We can just tell.
How?
I'm not going to tell you because I'm going to fix it.
All right, sir. You have a minute 10.
No, I didn't mean to be sarcastic. I didn't mean to be a smart aleck. I really don't. But it's just, I even said there's mannerisms, there's speech patterns, there's ways that women behave when they have high body counts and low body counts. We can just tell. Trust me, it's a trend. Ask any guy that you'll see if he's experienced with women like I am. You'll see. Ask any guy, they'll tell you. We can just tell. Just like you guys can tell when you women can tell when a man is inexperienced, we can tell when a woman's too experienced. We can just tell.
Can I say this? And I don't want to offend somebody, but I'm gonna do it anyway.
Opportunity to spill the foolishness.
I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I think men sometimes are the biggest idiots.
Now, wait a minute. Now hold the fuck on, Kai.
Sir, not you though.
No, I'm not into this BDSM humiliation shit that some of these other people that's watching you right now.
You have paperwork that says otherwise, sir.
Not you.
Because there's some of these people in here that they'd love to hear you cuss them out personally. They'll call you to hear them curse them out and tell them that they dumb and that they stupid. I'm not like that, Kai. I'm smart.
I know. I'm not talking about
you. Expound on it.
Can I ask a question? Have y'all ever heard of the preacher's kid, the daughter that, she played the part, she had the image of the modest
I dated her in college.
Yeah.
The modest woman, but she was the biggest.
Yeah, I dated her in college.
So
I didn't say I was the only one.
Right. So they be trying to put people in boxes because they can think that they can tell. You can just tell. I promise you, I know some of these people. I mean, you wouldn't be able to tell at surface level. I mean, the mannerism, the appearance, everything.
You can't even tell.
Let's
Let me say this. Even if you've been with the person, right, and you're basing it off of maybe sexual acts that they're doing, it would be ignorant of you to make the assumption that if that person was excellent and very skilled at what they did, it would be very ignorant of you to assume that they've been with many people, right? Because that person could have been and learned those tricks and skills from one person, right? By some men's logic, right? They may think that, damn, this girl's been around the block, but she truly hasn't, right? I just think that sometimes the way men think is very ignorant and so incorrect.
And illogical.
Yes, it is. Let's get to strange existence.
Example,
he stated that
get further on.
He didn't say we can tell all the time. Like I
never said it was a guarantee.
It's a hit or miss.
Hello. Thank you. Let's just get everybody in and then we can have open panel. Then y'all can talk to your heart's content.
Thanks,
strange.
Appreciate you. So as far as the prompt, right? Yeah, body count's still a thing because a lot of men still care. But as far as how you can tell. I'll tell y'all. I'm gonna spill the beans. Sorry, but I would say there's many different signs. I'll give you one example: inconsistencies in the stories. Like, I think it's normal to have. I think a lot of people have that conversation about past relationships at some point when they're dating somebody. Personally, we're having that conversation multiple times, and you better have your story straight, because a lot of the times that's how you can tell. They be coming up with different numbers, right? But there's also a lot of other ways. Like, you can tell when somebody's. A lot of the times people are traumatized that end up sleeping with a lot of people, and you can kind of see it on them. And again, I don't know from the female to male perspective. Y'all can speak on that better. But as a man who dates women, typically that comes in the form of distrust in men, hating men, the way women speak about men, the way they deal with attention from men, and even social media presence, like how much attention they need on that. Like, there's a lot of different pieces you could put together to tell if a woman really likes attention from men. And then you can also go check that period tracking app and, check all those little hearts on the calendar. There's so many different things that will potentially give away where your body count really is. Maybe not the exact number, but whether it's higher or lower, there's so many different things that if you think you can hide it forever, you better be really good at hiding it. And most people aren't.
Facts.
So as far as how you can tell, if you think you're perfect, you got the poker face, listen, good luck. But ultimately, something eventually shows. All right, somebody pops up from your past, you get too drunk one day, you spill something, like, yes, these things will come out. And I'm a firm believer in that the truth will always come out anyway. So
Facts.
And I do want to say one last thing. For the host who said that men who like shaved women and petite women are pedos, like, that's wild. And I think that's a sign of a high body count. I think that you have a bad perception of men.
Oh, I got a high body count.
Can I say this? Can I say this? I want to add to what she's saying, right? Because a lot of that, again, is our beauty standards based in pedophilia, right? So no, it's not that wild, because we're grown. Okay, so grown women are hairless and tiny and the low body counts.
Yeah, that's an adult woman. How was that pedophilia?
But y'all hear what he said about me? There is a sign of high body count.
That's one
right, but see that, you see how I glossed right over that, because it's like if he's using the antennas that old boy was talking about earlier about being able to tell, his antennas are off. Your antennas are so far. Like, bro, turn the channel. It's not one thing.
That's
if you have to check a woman's period app, you need help. What you go into this woman's period app where she tracks her flow to monitor her.
The amount of people she's fucked.
You need help.
Bro. Yeah.
So
are you single?
Yeah.
Are you single, by the way?
Check your baseline.
I just find it hard. I kind of find it diabolical. The ones who are the biggest 304s are trying to determine whether the women. Like, are we serious? Because it's acceptable. It's more acceptable for the men to be loose as a goose.
But I mean, it's still not. Listen.
They have double standards.
Hear me when I say this. Hear me when I say this. Right? It's not acceptable at all to not be responsible with your body. That's not acceptable if you're that type of person. Not a man or a woman. If you're that type of person who does that, then you're a danger to yourself and others, right? But if you take it another step and have a preference of hairless and tiny, that puts you in a different kind of category.
So I hate when people always correlate that with pedo when it's other variables. Maybe, so hear me out. I don't know. I can't speak for every man. As like we all indifferent, you feel me? So hear me out with the hair, right? What if he's not okay with eating hair? That is an issue. And then hold on. Let me continue with the hairs on the skin. Men are more associated with hair on their bodies, so that's more of a manly trait. With the looking feminine, That every man, hold on, listen.
Boy, you on the edge right there, champ. You on the edge.
No, he's not.
You on the edge.
Y'all allow me to talk.
I gotta go there.
All right.
Right? And this is no, because you don't know what the fuck I got, right? And for whatever reason, you don't. But I gotta make this statement, right?
Please don't take it personal.
It ain't shit personal on my panel. But listen, I gotta keep it real. Your ass grow motherfucking hair just like women. Your ass grow hair out your armpits, out your ass, and out your private parts, just like a woman. And I'm sorry to talk like that, but that's how much this shit pisses me off, right? And for a man, and goes back to my prompt, right, that you haven't seen, are beauty standards based in pedophile? And based off your two statements, it lets me know
I have more.
Without a shadow of a doubt, and I am taking in context the industry that you've been exposed to as well. And I'm trying to tread lightly, right? But I have to tell you, because I feel like I have to be careful with my words with you, because I feel like you've been exposed to early on and throughout your life to something that I'm going to say that it could come from a different place of
corn.
I'm going to say something not healthy, and that you don't even know. And just hold on, right? Because I see both sides of it. I'm trying to be in the middle of it, okay? But I'm going to tell you, that me as a woman, when I hear men, they're up in age, right? And they have these, because as you get older as a woman, your body changes, things change on your body, but so it does as on a man too. Things change, standard, just your things operate differently. You get older, but some of the things that I hear from some men, not all, right? It sounds like they want a child, right? And it sounds like
you're weird for thinking that.
Exactly. Like you sound like y'all
That's something that sounds like it. Doesn't mean that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
No, she's right.
You're the weird one.
Yeah, she's absolutely right. And the fact that you guys are coming to the rescue to counter her point is also a little off.
My statement, like what I was stating.
But 10, he was bringing around sex workers, and that's why I'm showing you grace.
Hold on, but
So can I ask a question? Can I ask the host a question?
This is how diabolical it sometimes is. It's very diabolical when they try to even triangulate the older women with the younger women. Oh, she has perkier boobs, your boobs are not as.
I want to keep him as far away from my child as possible. To be honest with you,
Can I ask the host a question?
So
Y'all even want that?
They use certain talking points to down the older women after the woman has bore their children. After they, the body go through changes when they, birth a child and different things, they get older. They use these same talking points after this woman has laid and birthed their children.
Can I ask a question to the hosts?
Wait, hold on. They will use that to triangulate and say her boobs are not as perky as this younger girl, or she doesn't have her youth anymore. Baby, we hear this all the time on this app about the youth of younger women and how it's more desirable over older women. We hear it all the time. So why are y'all trying to act like this is not going on?
The same reason you wear makeup to look younger.
Who the fuck wear makeup?
That's not why women wear makeup.
That's exactly what it is.
But they do wear makeup to look younger.
Wear push-up bra.
They are running away from their ages.
We gotta let the women speak on that. Go ahead, Kai. And then
okay, listen. I'm sorry. I'm unhinged tonight.
I cannot co-sign with what was said about the makeup part.
AKK tonight. I'm sorry, y'all. Listen.
There's women over 60 that probably put on makeup, and it's okay.
It's gonna crash.
I'm sorry. I'm just Moses gotta say it. Who the fuck are you saying trying to fucking you look young? I ain't gotta wear a motherfucking thing to look young. I'm almost fucking 50 years old.
So why do majority of women lie about their ages?
Okay, because you on here, you've said quite a few things that I think are insulting to women. Ain't nobody gotta wear shit to look young. I'm black. Okay, I'm black.
Say that one more time. Run that back, Kyle.
I'm sorry, my skin don't wrinkle, it don't crack. Okay, I got.
Why do majority of women lie about their age? Why do majority of women lie about their age?
Can y'all let her
They don't
talk?
mention their age at all.
Hold on, Moses. I got some time on that. If I put on motherfucking makeup, it ain't got nothing to do with a man. I ain't trying to look motherfucking young. It just enhances the beauty that I already know I have, and I don't need another man or any woman or anyone to pump my head up or to tell me shit. Okay? I don't need y'all to say nothing to me. Okay? I don't need makeup to make me look young for shit. Okay?
You want to look young, it'll attract pedos.
Shut the fuck up. Okay, you're a stranger. You have the perfect name, stranger. Okay, you are that pedo. That I have to.
You can't agree that a lot of women lie about their ages.
What women you know lie about their ages?
In the black
Like, where
community,
you
that
getting
you
this from,
shouldn't ask a
Moses?
woman about her age. This is not just in the black community. You shouldn't ask a woman about her age. Majority of women in the older sector lie about their age.
That's a lie. Let me
Wait a minute. So wait, can I wait, God?
I never heard about women putting on makeup just to look younger, like regardless of what age.
Then where'd
Like
they go?
women over 50 that do it
Stranger left because
they're proud of themselves.
Oh damn!
And I
well,
want to
look,
say
here's the
something
deal,
else.
right? So what do they tell you never to ask a woman? What is fucking inherently fucking rude to ask a woman about?
Her age. Her age.
And what
I
else?
stopped asking for women's age when I was like 21,
Her age
22.
and her weight, right?
I mean that weight stuff is new, but back then it was instilled in us that we shouldn't ask the grown woman about her age.
Yeah, because it's rude. But
Exactly.
so let me hold on, Moses.
Why
let
is it
me explain
necessary
to you.
for a guy to
Oh, I
ask
was
for
already
women's age?
speaking.
Like,
Let her talk. Let her talk, man.
I'm gonna have to employ the mute button on you, buddy.
So here's the issue with that. With a lot of Black women specifically, they don't wear makeup we don't wear makeup to look younger. And we know that this is true because the majority of women who wear a lot of makeup are the younger women. You're 18, the 20s. And what they don't realize is they don't need all that makeup to look beautiful. And at my age and at Kai's age, we recognize we do a little something, and it's just to kind of enhance our eyelashes or something like that. But we're not wearing makeup to look any younger. And as a matter of fact, we don't even have to put on makeup. And I don't wear makeup all the time because I don't have to. So that's a dumb point because we don't need it to look younger. We don't want to look younger. And as a matter of fact, growing older is beautiful. And I feel like a lot of people don't make it to our age. And to be my age and to be at Kai's age, it's a badge of honor. So that's mute. And I still look good as hell.
I agree with you.
Hell.
That is definitely a badge of honor. But we have to acknowledge the fact that women avoid their age. Like, hold on, let me finish. Hold on, Dad, can I finish a statement before y'all jump in? I agree. Yes, y'all have y'all points. Everybody have their point. But in order for me to get a better understanding, or if y'all to get a better understanding, we have to listen to each other.
Bro, go ahead with your statement, man. Please.
This is the point. Women, so several scenarios. Women either lie about their age. You hear women saying, I'm 25. You was 25 5 years ago. I'm still 25. I'm from them. Or I'm still 30. Or I'm still 45. They always say this shit. Another thing, you never ask a woman about her age. Another thing, you always trying to look like your daughter. You have, hold on, listen. You have women who are in competition with their daughters.
I don't know.
This is the thing.
Don't interrupt.
We don't know y'all, bro. This is the problem. You're not listening. You so busy trying to be combative. I'm trying to give you
you're a guy talking about women. What are we being combative about, bro?
Do you not understand the statement? Do you
No,
not?
I'm
do you
not being
understand the
combative with you
reason?
because you're talking about a topic you know nothing about. So I'm not being combative with you.
I'm talking about a topic. I have five sisters, bro. I have a mother, a grand.
10. Please allow him his minute.
What is going on, bro?
Dude, I am advocating for you. Stay on mute.
Look, you got him emotional. What is going on right now, man?
I am not emotional. I am emphasizing that I am advocating for you. Stay on mute.
Oh my God.
God damn you emotional niggas.
You emotional. You screaming at a man you don't know for no reason.
In a bigger hole.
You screaming at a man you don't know.
Okay.
10, as I was trying to say, I was going to ask you to allow him his minute uninterrupted.
He got kicked
But
off.
since he wants to be the way that he wants to be, I am who I am.
He's back.
I don't give a fuck. He was going to be coming back, but obviously he has a problem with zipping it and allowing people to be his advocate.
First, I was
maybe he doesn't know what words mean, but I want him to speak so that he can be finished. Is that okay with you, Moses? Or do you want to continually be interrupted?
Am I free to speak? I'm free to speak now?
Yeah. Okay.
Moses just had a complete meltdown.
Okay, Moses, just okay. Hold on, Moses. I'm gonna give you, Moses. Don't even address anything. Damn. Oh, damn.
I'm going to bring him back up.
Okay, I know you are.
Sometimes you have to pop out and show niggas.
Oh,
God, dog it.
Don't let him get to you, Janky. You and Kai are doing a great job, by the way.
All right, Janky. All right, Janky. You got it, Janky.
Then can you please give what you were trying to say, and I'm going to make sure that you're uninterrupted, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. That's all I want to really respect. Like I was just acknowledging that.
Dude, you got the time. You got the time.
So as I was stating, like I already got my point across on what I already just said my point on the age difference. So when women say that, oh man, men are predatory because they want women unshaven. Sometimes men would like to eat without hair, and then hair on your body is a manly trait. Yes, women do have it, but it's a manly trait. Just the same way as having muscles on your body is a manly trait. You see more masculine with that. So that is the reason why that women who are into bodybuilding majority don't have significant others. Now I know you ain't give me that much time to finish, because go ahead. I'm gonna let y'all talk. Go ahead again.
Okay, I know 10 gonna respond to you, but I'm gonna tell you that you're wrong, right? I'm not necessarily saying that I want a bodybuilder body, but I don't hate against women who bodybuild. And I'm gonna say this because I know I've had clients that are in the bodybuilding, and they definitely have significant other. They have husbands that are into the same thing, and I'm sorry. Just because something you don't like don't mean fucking it ain't somebody that don't like it. So that's number one, right? I think that you can't make a broad statement like that. And you're fucking wrong. Women fucking grow hair, right? Whether you like the shit or not. And I'm not saying that women don't shave or whatever the case may be, but I think that you're debating with the creator by saying that growing hair on a woman is masculine because he fucking created us to grow hair for a fucking reason. Have you ever even thought about why people have hair under their arms or on their lower body part, what it does or anything like that? Right? And I don't even want to go there on because it's too personal, right? I don't want to go there about what you're saying you want to do, and you know what I'm saying. Like that's not for me and you to discuss, right? But I'm just saying that I think by your logic, you are going against the creator, right? whether women decide to remove it or taper it down or whatever the case they want to do, because it's up to women what they want to do for whatever reason. But I think you don't get to say what's what for something that naturally grows on a woman. You don't get to say it's manly. You don't. And it's funny as shit that you're talking about a woman that has muscles, right? Shit, if she's 400 pounds, you're going to have a problem. If she don't have muscles, it's something wrong. And it just goes to my point of even just how beauty standards, are based off of one. It's a pedophile and something some man said. Right?
Everybody isn't a believer of God, though, Kai. So I get what you're saying, and you believe that God made us all perfect. Everybody doesn't believe that. So Moses may not believe in a creator.
Maybe not.
But I agree with what you're saying, Kai.
Whether he believes in it or not, this is the way us humans were designed, because if it wasn't that way, we wouldn't have it. Systematic. Amongst all women grow hair in certain areas. It's not a demographic of women that don't grow hair, and then there's some that do. In that area, it was designed to be. And so if it's designed to be, allow it to be. You know what I'm saying? Like
I did want to advocate for. I wanted to advocate a little bit for the bodybuilders he was talking about.
Go ahead.
So, you do realize that all male bodybuilders shave incessantly, right?
They do.
You want me to comment on that?
I mean,
so are they feminine?
It's a matter of fact.
It's for the sport. Like, okay, yeah.
So are they feminine?
What? The logic.
Are they feminine because they shave?
Oh my God. No, they are not feminine because they shave.
So are women masculine because they prefer not to shave?
No, they are not masculine. I just said that masculinity, hair on the body is seen as a part of masculinity. Muscles on the female or muscles on the body is seen as masculinity. Tall is seen as masculinity. These are things.
Same right here.
These are things.
Listen, this is exactly
right here.
I am so sorry to interrupt everybody. I literally argue with my daughter on this topic. No, my 24-year-old daughter has more fucking sense than you. She brought, matter of fact, hold on, you gotta wait. You cannot interrupt me as a host. My daughter, she brought that prompt to me about the pedophile, that beauty standards were based off in pedophiles. That is why I even had it up, right? Because men want small feet, they want short, they don't want women with height. These are things that women can't even fucking control. These people are born this way. And the fact that you attribute that to masculinity again, it is shit because you want a fucking kid. You want a child. You want nobody hair. You want small feet, small hands, a hairless body. It is a fact. That is, whether you realize it or not, and that's why I said I show you grace because of things that you've already said on this panel, right? Whether you realize it or not, those are things that a lot of men that are into pedophile, those are things that they look for. Those are things that they are attracted to. That's why they don't mind the girls with the pigtails, women dressing up like a schoolgirl, during SMEX or during they're playing role play. That gets them off. Why? Because it's based in pedophile. It is based in pedophile, whether you believe it or not. Your standards are based and tainted and molded by pedophile. Whether you realize it or not, the things you are saying are alarming, sir. And I'm sorry, I feel like your judgment is tainted because maybe it's because of the lifestyle you grew up around. I don't know. But I am telling you, what you're saying is quite alarming.
I'm trying to give logic. Y'all giving me emotions.
Well, one thing that
Sir, you told me your
one thing
he said no, he was raised around prostitution. You have dated women in that industry. You said your own mother.
No, that's a different
Oh, that was somebody
that
different.
wasn't me, Miss. That wasn't
one
me.
thing is certain, you cannot control genetics.
That was so Lil. That wasn't him.
Oh, well, damn.
I'm sorry. That wasn't me.
You still on it though. You're still on it though. But this is the thing. For him to associate,
I gotta walk that back. I apologize.
I want to say this really quick. For him to associate hair being masculine on a woman and muscles, we are like as human beings, we have muscular makeup. It's science, and for you to associate that with being like masculine, you like that is crazy to me. It's a human being. I promise you. It's called being. Hold on, I want to tell you,
You cannot control genetics.
It's called being a human being.
And I agree with you. I agree with you. We can't control genetics, but we have those same beliefs on the opposite side. If a short man was a little bit chubby and had man boobs, which is natural. What? If a short man had man boobs and had a softer voice, which is also natural, he will be seen as more feminine than his other counterparts. This is natural. This is like I'm not saying this. I swear I'm not saying this as if like like women should have this. Women should shave. Women like you do whatever you want to. My wife is 30. You feel me? My wife is 30. I'm 29, sweetheart. I'm not a pedo. But I have to acknowledge the fact that viewpoints. No, it's viewpoints. If that's the case, if you associate men viewpoints on women, if you associate men viewpoints on women as pedo, then you can associate.
I don't want to be grouped in. I don't want to be
and you're married.
I don't want to
forget that about you.
Come on, use the logic. Y'all want a taller, muscular man.
You're short and chubby and you're married.
Are built. I mean, we're not. Most women are tall and they have, a shape. They're a woman, right? They're not small, tiny, and that's a child. But a man who's tall and muscular, that's like literally most men. I mean, even short men get women, even big men get women. So I don't understand that point either.
Most
men are not tall, and most men are not muscular.
They're not. Most men are not 4'11" though, right? They're like 5'7", 5'8", which is taller than most women.
And I'm not trying to shame you, Moses.
Wait.
Moses is short and chubby. He is.
I'm 6'5". You can not. Look out, I'm 6'5".
Are you just as
this is facts? I'm giving logic. Y'all giving emotions.
No, you're not.
These are not facts. I don't know what you're talking about. You're giving your
opinion. What do you have on your profile?
Do you have
on your profile?
I'm 6'5", sweetheart.
Do you have on your profile?
Nothing. Not in this space.
Who's the short, chunky dude on your profile then?
I'm looking at you, Moses.
The short dude on my profile?
I'm looking at you.
The short, chunky dude is
Moses.
Exactly. That is a cartoon character.
Moses, I'm looking at you.
You can look at me. Look at me. I'm not having my face.
Sorry, do you have any fat on your body?
Yes, I do.
The short, chunky dude on your page on every single post is not you?
Yes. The short is crazy. Short is crazy. I'm 6'5", guys.
So you feminine.
I'm from Hyde Park. I'm from Chicago. I played football in Hyde Park.
That's fine.
You can look this up if you want to see my height.
Moses, you are not muscular. You're feminine, Moses. You have fat.
God.
And you're short and you're chunky.
You proving my point then. Yeah, look at that.
I'm not saying you don't have any value.
Y'all proving my point. If I am feminine, then you are proving my point.
That's your.
We're just agreeing with your point. Is that bad?
Then you proving my point.
Is that bad? Are you looking for us to disagree with it?
Oh my
But
God.
why would you lie and say you 6'5" though?
Because
That's weird.
doesn't want to
Did
be
I
seen
lie?
as feminine.
You can look it up, sweetheart. I'm not
I'm
lying.
looking.
Anything.
I
My
see.
face is
I have
all.
eyes.
My face is on TikTok. I'm not.
Be on these panels and talk trash. He look like he big, but he look like he a big boy. He look like he got some weight on him. So based off your standard, because you a big boy, you a big boy mean you feminine based off your standard.
Based off my standards. Based
You a
off
big boy,
my.
so you feminine. That's what you said.
Based off my standards.
Based off your standard, you a big boy. You a big boy. That means you feminine.
That means I'm feminine. I literally just said, oh yeah, I got a nose ring too, bro. I got a nose ring
You gotta
too.
say to be so hard.
Yeah, man. Look. I'm giving. Hey, notice the panel. I'm giving logic. Y'all giving emotions.
Look, we're gonna
y'all
switch up the
feelings and
topic.
trying to
We got
attack
new people on the
Oh, that's
panel.
y'all attack.
Hold on, Moses.
And he got a nose ring on.
Yeah, I got a nose ring too, gang.
Bossy, you look like you got a little belly.
I can, I got a pink book bag too, folks. I got a pink coat too, gang.
Moses, look, I don't even judge people because I think you can love people at any size. Okay,
You can meet them where they are. I agree.
No, based off your standard, you a big boy, right? You tall and you thick. But
I don't think he's tall.
No.
He's 6'5".
Drop her. Mute her.
No.
If he was 6'5", he would have pictures and videos of him showing it.
I don't really.
If I was 6'5", I have pictures of me showing my height.
You would.
I don't even see nothing wrong with that. But based off his
You a selfie dude.
Emotional,
Yikes.
boy.
based off his standard, y'all, he like a woman. That's what he said.
So before we move on, all right, yeah, Moses. It's very masculine to argue with a woman. So before we move on, I just want to. Before we move on, I would like to mention to you happy anniversary, 1 year anniversary on your job, and just relax, calm down, everybody, take a breather. And 10, if you could please, you said that there was going to be a change of topic, or
yeah, no, we got a couple of new people on the panel.
All right, do your thing,
Brother Sonny. We got Prince Judah, and we got Your Dream Dog. Am I right?
How y'all doing?
Did you say dream?
Before they go, I just want to say good night to y'all. Thank you for having me, Kai. Somebody drop me down. I'm tired, y'all.
You less emotional.
You got to stay up with us.
Yeah,
another 4
I'm about
hours.
to get off.
We got to use our brains more, man. We got.
Good night.
All right. My wife is calling for that quality time, but I had fun chatting with you all.
All right, but thank you, brother, for coming. Don't forget to follow, so you'll know the next time.
Also, Kai, I just followed you too.
Oh, okay, I'll follow you back. Thank you. I appreciate you.
Yeah, just so you know, if you guys are into college sports, I do college. You'll see nothing but college sports stuff. I'm at Rutgers in sports.
Okay.
Dang,
Tony. Yeah.
Tony dropped it.
Come on, like.
Charlotte, I didn't drop you. Thank you. I will follow you. And yeah,
people said they leave and then they want to give a commercial. Quite honestly, that's rude and disrespectful.
It is.
You did not need to introduce say that you're exiting.
Damn.
Y'all gonna stop dropping me?
Who dropped you? You dropped yourself.
I dropped myself.
Nobody dropped you. Nobody dropped you. You last dropped yourself.
Your service might be janky.
Now I just dropped him because nobody dropped him before.
Wait, Janky, did you get upset by what I said at the end?
No, I wasn't getting upset, but you were being a little bit long-winded, and you said that you needed to go.
Okay, that was not meant to show off. I mean, anybody's welcome to follow me.
Sir, finish your commercial. Finish your commercial.
Nah, I'm good. You need to stop being so emotional.
Well, no.
Chill out, dude.
Okay, let's stop. Okay, yeah. Damn. Come on. Oh, damn. Hey.
Stop attacking the people. Y'all don't want to hear people's perspective. Y'all don't want education. Y'all just.
He chalked it up to education.
Here's my thing. My thing. Y'all are talking to somebody with 2 degrees. Until you can put that on the table, STEM. F you.
Oh my God.
All right.
Wait a minute, y'all. You know I got jokes. I'm sorry, but you can't come up here calling women with hair. Okay, listen, I got to do it.
All right. Okay, Kai, because they're going to see that as, they're going to say this. Yeah.
He has a pink blanket. Stop it. No. And I'm saying that because he up here calling women masculine and all of this, but you on camera holding
Why keep coming back? I'm so confused.
Moses, I would implore you, sir, to just look. We're going to open panel as soon as Prince and your dream. As soon as they go, we can go back to open panel. Then we can, have an open topic discussion, and we can educate each other and not have it seem as it's one way.
I appreciate that.
Just relax, and Sonny won't drop you. All right. Oh, we got zigging and zagging too. So we're gonna do Prince, Judah, then Dream, and then zigging.
Hey Kai, can you get your head down just for a second so I can read the bottom part of the prompt? I can't see
but
the bottom
it wasn't
part.
for you. Again, Prince, your, then you.
Thank you.
So it's my turn.
Go ahead.
Yes, Prince.
Okay.
Got it.
It mattered to. It mattered to like I guess to most dudes, but to me personally, I want a female that's more experienced. To me, like if a girl inexperienced, she don't even know if you like good or not. Like a more experienced person, they know.
It makes it easy to trust that they know what they want.
All right, bro. Listen.
That is important. Yeah, to me. That's why, to me, like a lot of dudes be with a female that's more promiscuous and cheat on them because they never really satisfied them. So to me, it's important for a female to know what satisfies them. She needs to know that. And if she ain't inexperienced, she gonna be wondering anyway. So to me, more experience the better. You just be experienced too, bro. You feel better about the situation. I think the problem with it is a lot of dudes, they're not experienced with a lot of females, and they have a problem with that lady being more experienced, but it is what it is.
All right. Appreciate that. What you got, Kai?
Nothing about what he said, but I have to make correction. Moses has triggered me to say whatever I want to say, to the point that I went to his page, and he's a big boy. But that I gotta say that is not that is not a blanket.
That wasn't Moses, I don't think, is it? Was it?
Yeah, actually it is. But that's a whole baby. So this is a sweet little baby that he's holding in a pink.
Okay, you're walking it back. Yeah, okay.
I walk it when I say it back. That's a sweet little baby.
I don't understand why you guys going hard on Moses like that. What is it that he did to you guys?
Girl, shut up.
Please answer the prompt first before you get into this.
Be quiet. You don't even know what the fuck Moses said, so be quiet, okay? Damn, don't come up here. I'm trying to go take a statement that, drop your ass down. I don't care. Did we drop her?
I did.
Oh, okay. Yeah. She don't even know Moses up here calling women men.
Why do y'all drop everybody that y'all don't agree with? What is
men? Because Moses, you up here calling women men that got hair or got.
I'm not. I said it's seen as masculine. It's seen as masculine.
But based off your standard, you got fat on your body, so you like a woman.
Yes, and I can be seen as feminine. I can be seen as that.
What's your point?
That's the point.
Well, what's the
woman found masculine and what?
Can we have how do you say that? You're dreaming. Your dream.
Dream.
All right, thank you, Dream. I would like for you to give your introduction before we get back into this asinine thing called Conversations with Moses.
My introduction or answer the prompt?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, just answer the prompt. That's all.
Okay. Is body count still a thing in 2025? I don't feel like it should be. I mean, everyone has a body count. You know, it's not like a standard to be a virgin in America like it is in some countries. So, you know, if you don't want a woman with a body count, I suggest you stay a virgin as well, right? Like, if you expect that on someone else, please keep the same standards for yourself. What was the second question? Can men handle women who are sexually experienced? Yeah, almost everyone has a sexual experience. So I assume so. I mean, a lot of men say they don't want a virgin because they don't want that, for her to be clingy afterwards or something like that. So yeah, I would assume so.
I wonder if that's based in science or is that just an opinion?
I mean, it's an observation. So I guess it would be an opinion, but it's my perspective on the subject.
I've heard it before.
I don't know how we'll be based
That's
in.
why I'm asking you. Is it science or is it not science, biology?
Yeah, I don't think body count is biology. That wouldn't make any sense. I don't think it's innate to want a virgin. Like that's weird, you know.
We just had one. You just had one.
You just had one?
Yeah, no, we just had somebody speak on a lot of questionable. I won't call it weird. I'll just say it's questionable.
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Dream. And after Secure, we can go back into this war zone of the conversation. Go ahead, Secure.
Yeah, as far as his body count thing in 2025, that's kind of like not telling the full story, you know, because it's like, and now, you know, it's like depending on like what time span you were talking about, you know, if someone was they got new terms now, you know, 304s and 617s and 532s and 773s and 612s and 993s, you know. So I mean, if it's like in a reasonable time period, like say 2 years, you know, like a year and a half, maybe even a year, you know, like that would be more like, for me personally, that would be more of like a justifiable measure than like, oh, when you were 20, you know. It's as long as progress is being made in your like 304 like activities, then yeah, I don't see a problem with it. But if it's progressively staying the same or getting worse, then I mean, obviously I don't think it's justifiable that the 304 activity should be justifiable or even taken up for it. If anyone's taken up for 304 activities in 2025, Lord help us. What is going on with our country?
Yeah. Okay.
Before we continue, Moses, your boyfriend in the comments that wants to be a masculine man but doesn't want to come up and help you. Yeah, I did that.
Sir, I don't have a boyfriend.
What, did you mute him or something? Come on, man. What's going on?
Look at him, man. He just getting rid of everybody, man. Like, hey, the next person.
I didn't get rid of him. I invited him to come up. There's a spot right here.
Oh, man, I don't know, bro. You
don't know. You don't know. People talk.
What is wrong with you?
People talk until they're called up to prove themselves. But see, a real man would have come up.
Why did you put it on me though?
Why did I what? Why did I what?
Did you just not hear me? Like
no, I didn't. Why did I what? Put it on you? Because you're the one that was talking to him.
Yeah, I agree with him. He had a great
you agree with him. And so I said for him to come up. He declined all 4 invitations.
Okay.
So now you can't talk to him in the chat.
Hey, you savage, man. What is going on with bro, man?
Nothing's going on. I'm saying if he wants to be a masculine man, which is one of the last things that he said, then come on up, buddy.
Okay. All right, shit.
I'm all the
that's y'all fight shit. I don't know about
I'm all the zesty though.
I see, bro. I see.
Listen,
there's nothing wrong with that.
But as soon as I put my nuts on the table, everybody else seems to go quiet and not want to come up.
Janky, man.
Yeah, man. This getting a little too graphic, gang. But I feel where you coming from. I understand where you coming from.
Yeah, I don't feel nothing.
The why of why men like hairless women, and you're saying what he's saying is too graphic.
What?
I got you. I get you.
Well, you literally told us something very graphic.
Oh, how
What
would
if
that?
she got a mustache? She like got the lip hair. Y'all don't think she should cut that? Something?
Exactly. That must like.
That
And I
is
see.
not
I
what
said
you
hair.
said,
I said hair on the body. Hair on the body. But then I
All right,
changed
get it.
to
You
hair
don't
on the
wanna
pubic.
dick your mother. We got it.
What is
Wait,
going on, bro? Calm down, man.
Hold on.
I'm very calm.
Like, bro, you agitated, irritated, all
first
types of
off,
taters.
we got somebody. Listen, we got somebody new on the panel, right? And we have a process. We're going to get back to the open conversation. Everybody can get back to throwing their lobbing their jabs. But we do have a new person on the panel. Penguin?
What was the old conversation? You could just say Ben. The rest was filled in by TikTok.
Yeah. Ben, is body count still a thing in 2025?
I was trying to see the second question.
Can men handle women who are sexually experienced?
If they ignore that first part, yeah.
So body count is still a thing? Is it like, I'm looking for a yes or a no in your opinion?
Yes, it's a thing. I don't think it matters as much as we make it matter.
Right. I got you. Okay. And the second question, can men handle a woman who can put her heels behind her head?
Can she handle it? What do you mean by handle?
Yeah, listen. That's what the question is.
What do you mean by handle?
Okay.
Jeez, do you know what the
handle being with a woman that could literally turn herself into one of those Jolly Ranchers, the little circle things, a lifesaver?
Bro, come on.
That's not what the question says.
Whoa.
Why are you acting
That's
on me?
it's experience.
He kicked him.
Wow.
He kicked him, man.
You're confusing him. I'm confused.
For the most, dudes came for the most.
Well, that person dropped on their own, I think.
10, you can't be doing that, man. You know.
All right, cool. All right, can
You
you
know the
handle a
level that
woman
we're
that can do
dealing
magic tricks with her hoo-ha?
Oh.
Lord have mercy. This is why we can't ever get to the open discussion, because
I'm apologizing in advance. He's on the second
made
question.
That made the
My
question.
bad. Yeah. Yes.
All right, can men handle women that are sexually more experienced than them?
Absolutely, yes.
Thank you. See, you guys made it too tough. I was trying to tell them about the donut and the goddamn.
Tiff, good morning. How are you today?
Hello, I'm good. How are you?
If you could, please answer the prompt.
Sure. I think body count is always a consideration, but it depends on how much each person weighs it, right? And I think that there's other factors to take into account. So if you see somebody who's like a little frivolous with maybe some other actions, and you're then come to find that out about them, you might see that as a red flag. But there's plenty of people who just have had more experience than others for many reasons, and doesn't necessarily define a red flag either.
But wait. What would be those other actions that would then make body count matter?
If it matters, I think if you see, like, I don't want to put it like in layman's terms, but I think we're all aware, like if somebody has a history of, say, cheating or being a hoe and getting in relationships, but still being a hoe, and then you find out they have a high body count, all of that is kind of taken into one account, right? Where you're like, seeing this as a red flag, might not move forward with a relationship with this person. But then there's plenty of people who have had a lot of experience, and maybe that doesn't even come up in dating. I mean, I don't even think people truly reveal all of the truth in this category a lot of the time. And had you had made that judgment solely based off that question, I don't think that's always fair.
And I just want to add too, because and when I make this question, I had this in mind, but experience doesn't always equate to how you can, because someone could have gotten experience from one person, right?
True.
But they got extremely skilled from that one person, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And the question is posed because sometimes with men's logic, and I'm going to make this statement because I'm going to put this on all men, but I'm just going to say that sometimes they be dumb, right? And I hate to put it like that, but I'm just keeping it real because they will make all of these assumptions off just the wrong shit.
Mm-hmm.
And they will assume that this person is put in this category of being a 304, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's based off all of the wrong things. And we've had people up here say, "Oh, I know by how the person act and their conversation and just different questioning I asked if she is a 304 or not." And I just think that's the dumbest shit, because as we all know, that there's always that what they say, that person, I don't want to paint it like that, but there's always that person that's very deceitful and they're good at it, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's no way to me to genuinely 100% know as a low body count or high body count. Like you won't know 100%. And I think based off of some of men's logic, by questioning, by how she talks, certain things she says, I think it's ignorant to make those assumptions just based off shit like that, because you could be completely wrong.
You're right.
Make the wrong assumptions. I think it's so wrong, and I think it goes back to what is the bigger thing. And I'm not advocating for a high body count by any means. Me personally, my standards are a little bit different. I think that it could be a case by case situation. I think people have passed. Sometimes they change. Again, I don't advocate for a high body count for somebody to just be out here because you expose yourself to a lot of, diseases. So of course, I'm not going to tell people to just keep moving on. I would like people to minimize that as much as they can so that they stay safe, right? So that's where my brain goes, is the safety of it. But for some people that have already been crossed that bridge, I don't judge people because they do have a past, and some people have changed and some people moved on, and that's a part of their past. That's not what they're doing now. And I can't hold them to that. Yeah. They may be the perfect person, and it was a part of them, but it's no longer there. So I can't judge them, but I think for people to make all these assumptions based off just the craziest shit is so wrong.
Well, there's another nuance to it too that I've thought about, like just talking to women, that when we were young, when you're like a 14, 15, 16-year-old girl and that world is like coming up in high school with your first boyfriend and all of that, there's a period for a lot of us where sex in that whole realm is heavily pushed by young boys and young men for years on us. And we're still finding our footing often in like what is consensual and saying no and how to reject men. And there's a lot of pressure on young girls. And I feel like the majority of like my first sexual experiences were all under that. And I have talked to a lot of women who really all agree. Like I really have yet to find someone who didn't experience that. And in that is kind of regret, like, maybe being pushed into a situation you didn't want to be, And that's just not reflective of me of an adult woman, or to say that like I had a hoe period. That's literally not what that was whatsoever. So it's just such a nuanced thing. And it's honestly not up for men to put that on us. It's not like you're not even entitled to that data in my perspective. Like if you're going to ask me that in the midst of dating, like maybe when we have a closer intimate relationship, we can talk about that. But I feel like you're putting yourself in this category that's unfairly being assessed. You know what I'm saying? And I don't need to get into all those stories.
All right, so would y'all date a man?
All right, hold on, Moses. Moses, I'll give you an opportunity. What? But I'll give you an opportunity. But I hear your anecdotal reference, Tiff, but I've seen that one movie, Kids.
Yeah.
And it is not an outlier. Neither is yours. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't want us to say just because we haven't experienced something, but only this, that everything else is an outlier.
Mm-hmm.
It depends on where you are and the circle that you're in, that is encompassing you. So though what you might have gone through is what you might have gone through, it is only that, what you went through. There are other people that have gone through things that might have said, geez, yours was kind of wild compared to what I went through. And then there are others that everybody is looking like a nun compared to what they've gone through. And I am talking about youthful indiscretions.
Yeah.
I am, and especially when it comes to, or not especially, but particularly when it comes to young women and the not necessarily of their chronological age, but it being close to it, but just add 7 years when it comes to their first sexual experiences.
Mm-hmm.
When it becoming,
I want to add something to what she's saying, which kind of is going into a whole nother topic that I'm not going to go into. But I don't want her to feel like she's on an island, right? Because I know what she's talking about when it comes to consent, right? Listen, I do think that sometimes because of society, it goes into a little bit of what I was talking about, of what little girls are taught, right? And what little boys are taught. It's like a badge of honor. It's like things that they're supposed to do, right? That society tells them that these are okay, but they tell girls that protect yourself. It's not okay with stain and this and that. So when you have the two get in those situations, like she's saying, that you have girls who may be uncomfortable with the situation, but you have young boys who tell each other that this is a good thing, and that pressure is there, right? And I don't want to get into this, like I said, because sometimes there's an issue with consent. And what is consent, right? That's a whole nother topic that I want to get into. Because sometimes I think that people don't really know, and I think that in today's time, it's more conversation about it now, about what real consent is, right? And I think that a lot of young women might have been in situations maybe where it really wasn't consent.
Yeah.
And again, that's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah, that's a whole murky water is opening the door to a whole nother thing.
Like I just stated,
Moses had needed an opportunity to speak.
Thank you, I appreciate it. I got a question for Tiff and Kyle.
What I said again, I'm sorry, y'all, because y'all know I am. I'm not going to skate over it because I do think that those are issues, but that is a different conversation. That it's a different topic because I think that that's important. What is consent? And anyway, you brought it up, Tiff. So
my question was to Tiff and Kai. Would y'all date a guy that you found out that he had a promiscuous past over 100 people and not all of them was female? Would you guys date that guy?
So my husband has been with like over 200 people. When he was
all of them was females. Like I need that to be in.
Yes, they're all females. He was wild.
No, I was saying that would you date a guy who has a promiscuous past over 100 people, but not all of them was female?
Oh, and not all, and some were men.
Yeah, some were men. Would you be willing to date that guy?
No, I wouldn't.
So what about you? What about you, Kai?
Yo, that's mad wild.
Listen, hold on, I got a point, gang. What about you, Kai?
I don't talk about anecdotal situations. Yeah.
What's the point?
The point is that just proves body count matters. It matters. Your past matters.
No, that's not what that means. Moses.
It proves that this man might be bi, but that doesn't mean.
You know what? Why I said can I tell you why I said no?
That doesn't. That's not a lot of.
No, can I tell you why I said no, Moses? Like you're answering for me. The reason. No, but okay. Why I would say no personal. First off, it's just personal. Like some girls don't care, and that's fine. I don't have a strong opinion on it. Personally, I wouldn't, only because I am friends with a lot of gay men and that have been in that situation, and I've been with a lot with a bisexual man before, and sometimes there comes a time where like that comes up in the relationship and can invite a problem because I want to make sure they're satisfied and I'm not okay with opening that door. So that's just a personal preference to my own boundary and it has nothing to do with body count.
And I agree with you. Yes, that like most people, that is a personal preference, but that is a majority personal preference in women, especially the women who talking about body count or past. Past doesn't matter. Body count doesn't matter. This plays a part. The same way that y'all view a promiscuous man who is with a different sex, the same way how men view women who are promiscuous.
I don't think that goes together.
Yes, it does. We view it the same way.
The risk factors are different. I don't know. I just don't understand how that's a comparison.
Body has a body count.
That's a body count, man.
Hey, Tiff, do you got a high body count?
I don't. What do you consider high?
Hold on.
How many times have you been DP'd?
Oh my God, I'm not like that. Such a disrespectful way.
It's not his business.
That's not productive.
Why you get these disrespectful clowns?
You don't have to answer every question that is thrown at you, and that goes for everybody. If you want to speak, allow us to say, hey, introduce yourself by answering the prompt. So now that I guess it is the newest panelist, if you could please introduce yourself by answering the prompt.
Okay, cool. How's everybody doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. Is body count still a thing in 2025? Yes, of course it is, because people are catching bodies, for one. And in a situation like that, if it's like somebody saying, okay, well, I've been with 50 people, I'm going to have to examine that because, that speaks a lot to individual's character. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like it's kind of like an addiction because if you've been with that many people, for one, it says you have a very high sex drive. So that means like, you're probably going to remain the same. If you got a high sex drive like that, it's probably you probably need counseling or something. So, but would I want to be with somebody with a super high body count? Me personally, no, because I have a very low body count and I can attest to that. So I'll end right there.
Okay, that was going to be my question.
Were you, Kai, you were saying something?
No, I was just telling it's me that I was going to ask him because he put a number out there. I wanted to know, well, dang, has he been with 50 people?
No, I was just using that as an example.
Okay.
I can pretty much count on two hands how many people I've been with in my whole entire lifetime because a lot of my relationships have been actually long term.
Right.
Now, is this pertaining to dating or is the prompt pertaining to dating?
It's been a while.
What do you mean?
Like the prompt, because you made it clear that you were talking about dating right now, and I never even asked the question when I was answering the prompt. Is this about dating? Is this about marriage? What's this about?
No, this is just in general terms.
Just in general. Okay.
Exactly.
Are you asking about the prompt or specifically about him, Ben?
No, the prompt. He made it clear he was saying he wouldn't date someone with a high body count like that.
The prompt was how you were taking it, how you answered it. It wasn't specifically about dating. It was just however you took it.
Okay.
With that said, I really want to know, and I'm not all right. So I'm a huge South Park fan since day one, and I took to heart what Chef said. There's a time and place for everything, and that's college. That doesn't necessarily mean that I'm proud of everything that I did in college, but for the most part, yes, I am. And it was an experience. It was hard, and there were a lot of no's, despite what people are saying. It was hard to keep the body count low. There's too many opportunities, or at least there was for me. Again, it's experience. And I'm wondering, like when Tiff said her husband and his, I was like, oh, that sounds like a military man, or he went to a large college. Like that's just where my mind went. What? I guess I'm looking for context when people are saying lows and highs and things of that nature. Because I also noticed when he said 50, Tiff, you made a gesture or you sounded a gesture, and I was like, yeah, me too.
Right, because my thing is this, is that also do the math on their age when you started having sex. Like you might say 50 is a lot for someone in their mid 30s, say, but that means if they started having sex at 16 and they've only had 2 serious relationships that didn't last super long, then maybe they had sex with 2 or 3 people a year. How many people a year is that? Like it's like they might have had a summer that was a little crazy. They slept with some guy, and then like I feel like you're just like you're overthinking it. It's not like they're out here hoeing every weekend because of those numbers. That's
right.
Can I ask you a question when you're done?
Hold on a second. Yeah. But yes, similar to me, it's like I said, I didn't start anything until I was in college, 1920, and then the gloves were not all of the gloves, but the gloves
hopefully not all the gloves.
Yeah, not all the gloves, but the gloves were off. And, that behavior continued into my 20s, and then you tend to settle down if you choose to.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, I don't want to be looked at as a hoe. It's like Tiff, like you just said, it wasn't like I had these people lined up, and I'm bang, 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 bang.
Right,
it was like, oh, this situation happened, and then the following weekend or the weekend after, this situation happened. It was a summer here, it was a season here. Like it just as you go. But it's you wanted to speak on it, and then I think I saw Ben light up.
Thank you.
Yeah, let me ask Tiff a question, if that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do you consider to be a high body count? How do you determine? Okay, so how did you determine that though? What was your determination and factor on that? Just the number alone, or what was
no, he was a fuckboy when I met him. I mean, it was obvious. He walked into the room, and you can just—that's what he was.
So you like fuckboys, right?
No. I met him when I was in my early 20s. I am now not in my early 20s and way more, just way less naive, really. You know what I mean? You have those seasons. I just thought he was cute. That was all. Things were simpler back in that moment. And now, if I were to be giving advice to younger people, or if I see somebody like him, I'm like, oof, red flag, hell no. but
let me say this real fast, and I'll let my plane and let somebody else speak. Okay, another thing too. Now, say for example, you can meet a person, you can get with that person, this and that. That person you can ask that person, if you don't mind me asking, what is your body count or whatever? They can just give you a random number and have you believe in it. All the while, they could be lying to you as well, and that's something you'll never really know. I mean, how would you find out?
you can't really.
Exactly. So it's like, but I try not to really judge people, but us as people, to a certain extent, we have to pass some type of judgment because you want to get to know an individual truly, but in this day and age, it's like you don't know who's fabricating stuff, who's lying in your face, or it's just people can play the facade thing real good nowadays. So it's hard to trust people in 2025. That's just what it is, man.
That shows it matters because they lie about it. That shows it matters.
That's why the number doesn't matter, though. I think it's not about the number. You need context clues here. Like anybody can give any